Thank you, you're so kind. You're supposed to say, if you're scared up here, that you're scared up here. And I'm shaking a little bit. I don't know if it's from the coffee or from the pressure, but that's supposed to make it better if you know you tell me. Just trying to get comfortable. I'm going to do a little song I wrote called Eat Your Cake. Is this too close? Is it all right? We all come from somewhere, and it really doesn't matter if it's here or if it's there. Me, I come from Sanford, it's a small town in the south, and my basic education was imparted word of mouth. With phrases such as time will tell, and each dog has its day, the elders always seem to have some clever thing to say. I thought it rather quaint, for in my youth I was quite wise, so the value of these lessons I was slow to realize. And though you might deny it, that don't mean that it ain't true. You might not want to buy it, but that might mean that you do. I just know when things get quiet that the sense of it comes through. You can't eat your cake and have it too. On homilies and hominy, then each day I was fed. The grit stuck to my stomach and the word stuck in my head. The early bird might get the worm, but what was that to me? The only thing those old folks knew was ancient history. In spite of my best efforts, seems some sense I did acquire, but not until I vaulted from the pan into the fire. The grass ain't really greener on the far side of the fence, and each time I've forgotten, I've regretted ever since. And though you might deny it, that don't mean that it ain't true. You might not want to buy it, but that might mean that you do. I just know when things are quiet that the sense of it comes through. You can't eat your cake and have it too. penny saves a penny earned is one I never got. So I don't know if I could say if that one's true or not. And I always count my chickens long before my hens are laid. And if ignorance is grit, well then I guess I got it made. As I stumble and I stagger down this rocky road of life, I had my share of troubles and I caused my share of strife. But my family taught me early how to get up when I fall. And if I lose direction, I have only to recall that though you might deny it, that don't mean that it ain't true. You might not want to buy it, but that might mean that you do. I just know when things are quiet that the sense of it comes through. You can't eat your cake and have it too. You can't eat your cake and have it too. You can't eat your cake and have it too. Thanks. That's J.U. Lee. Next we have Robin Plitt, followed by Peter Easton. I was just reading the rules up here, just to pass the time. Somebody asked a question, so I'll read this part of the rules to all concerned. Rule 3D. Rule 3D. Whoa, it jumps right out at you. Except that guitar contestants may be accompanied by rhythm guitar. Of course, there's stuff that goes before it because that wouldn't be a sentence, would it? Question was, can you be accompanied by rhythm guitar? Answer is yes. if you can make a friend. Robin's been working on that for years. What's that? Oh, well, that's a strategy question there. Give me a minute to go turn it up. Telling me to smile.
Difference between a smile and a grimace.
I'm grimacing, that's the difference. When Charlie Grove, my accompanist, finishes flirting with every woman in the audience, the first song I'm going to do is a Merle Travis song called Sugar Moon. wouldn't dare. So. The hard part about this song is remembering what it's called. Oh yes, it's called, actually it's called Facin, Street, Strut. Now see if I can play it as well as I can. Here we go. In about 5 minutes.
Chased up a rabbit and he run that poor rabbit wild. Said Blues chased up a rabbit, you know, he run that poor rabbit wild. Poor rabbit so tired laid down and cried like a natural child. At the break of day, that's when the blues come calling, mama, steal your ever-loving mind away. That's when the blues come calling, mama, steal your ever-loving mind away. Blues in the morning. This is religious number. First you get down on your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head with great respect, and then genuflect, genuflect, genuflect. Do whatever steps you want, if you have cleared them with the pontiff. Everybody says on, carry a liaison, doing the Vatican rag. Step up to that small confessional. There the guy's got religional. Tell you if your sin's original. If it is, try playing it safer. Drink the wine and chew the wafer. 2, 4, 6, 8. It's time to transubstantiate. So get down upon your knees and fiddle with your rosaries. Bow your head with great respect and then genuflect, genuflect, genuflect. Do a cross on your abdomen. When in Rome, do like a Roman. Ave Maria, gee, it's good to see you. Getting ecstatic, sort of dramatic, doing the Vatican rag. Thank you.
Okay, well, we've come to the end of the finger-picking guitar contest.
No, I guess just wave that when you want to start speaking. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. Is that all right? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is George Gibson. I was born at the confluence of Big Doubles, Little Doubles, and Buffalo Creeks in Knott County, Kentucky. Just up the road from Wolfpen Creek, Deadmere Branch, and across the hill from Red Fox. One of my earliest memories is my dad using his truck, which had a big cattle rack on it, to move families to southern Indiana. And when I was a boy, I sort of thought I was the last person in the world that liked these old songs, and I used to traipse up down the road and try to get the words to them. And I found a few. Made up a few verses to some of them to piece them out. I've been gone the best part of 35 years, but I've always carried a few echoes with me from that time and place. I also became a collector of old instruments. Before I started collecting, I used to think collectors were the most boring people in the world. Just terrible to have one of them get you cornered. You know, if they collected buttons, they'd get a gleam in their eye. And you just couldn't get away. They had to tell you all about them. Well, after I started collecting old instruments, I found out that I was right. Collectors are crazy. I probably got 50 or 60 banjos, a lot of other old instruments. And if you get me cornered out here anywhere, don't ask me too many questions about them, because I'll just keep talking. Just tell me to shut up if I do that. I want to tell you a little bit about some of the instruments I have back here. I wanted to bring 7 or 8 that might have some small historical significance. I have back there an American-made shide hold that came from the Pennsylvania
Virginia area. That's the Germans bought those things here, and that's where the Dulcimer came from. It was built all through the mountains of Virginia, West Virginia, and Kentucky. The one back there is pretty old. It's early 19th century, more than likely, and just an interesting instrument. The cabin in which I was born was built by an old Dulcimer maker named James Edward Thomas. We always referred to him as Uncle Ed. He died in 1933. He made dulcimers from around 1870 until he died. And he was a teller of old Indian tales, and the boys in that neighborhood would gather at his cabin, and he'd tell tales, and he made dulcimers. He was also a carpenter. Two of the boys that gathered there was my Uncle Orvin Hammonds and a gentleman named Ken Craft, who was born in 1900 and started making dulcimers in 1917. I have one of his dulcimers back there. Another Knott County dulcimer maker that Gene Ritchie wrote about was Jethro Ambergy, whom I knew when I was a boy. I have one of his dulcimers back there. I picked up a book by Gene Ritchie one time, and she was talking about dulcimer makers, and there's a wonderful dulcimer maker out in Arkansas named Lynn McSpadden. And in the interview, they had asked him where he got his pattern from. He said, I have an old dulcimer here made by a gentleman named McKinley Craft in Bath, Kentucky. And you could tell the way they talked, he thought he was long dead, but he was living. And the next time I went home, I talked to him, and I said, Ken, how'd that dulcimer get to Arkansas? He said, well, son, my father homesteaded in Arkansas in 1908. We came back in 1914. There was a depression around the turn of the century, and a lot of people left that area for the west, Missouri, whatnot, Arkansas, Texas. He said, I went back out for a visit in 1922 and visited my uncle. Took a dulcimer with me. He said, while I was out there, I ran out of money and traded that dulcimer for Moonshine. He said, that's how that dulcimer got to Arkansas.
So fine, Lord, I got these shoes from a railroad man, dress from a driver in the mine, dress from a man in the mine. Oh, you need not mind my high top shoes, nor the dresses that I wear. There's coming in a man on the westbound train, gonna buy me a brand new pair, gonna buy me a brand new pair. Oh, I don't like a gambling man, Lord, he won't work in the mine, and a gambling man will kill you if he can. Drink up your blood like wine, drink up your blood like wine. Oh, where have you been, my pretty little miss? Oh, where have you been all the day? Lord, I've been round the bend and come back again, strolling in the sweet babe's arm, strolling in the sweet babe's arm.
I believe that song possibly came out of the mining camps. After the turn of the century, the mines moved from the Virginia side over into Kentucky. They built mining towns, and it was boom time in the mountains. My grandfather, who was a banjo player, I never heard him play, and my father wagoned up big car over in Ball Creek and bought pigs for 50 cents and hauled them to the mountain mining camps and sold them for $2.50. Mining camps were exciting places. There were people there that moved there from Italy to work in the mines, black folks from Alabama and Georgia. And it must have been a real mixture of music styles in that time and place. I traded for an old guitar one time, and my dad totally amazed me. He sat down, pulled out his knife, and played Careless Love, using that knife as a slide. And I never did ask him where he learned that. Probably learned it in a mining camp, I'd say. I have all these instruments up here because I tune them several different ways, and I don't want to take up a lot of your time retuning. I'm going to put this one down, pick up another one, play another tune here. This is one of my father's favorite tunes, called Darlin. I had two uncles. There were brothers. One was Manuel Ambergy, the other was Wes Ambergy. I barely remember them because my mother's father was born in the 1850s, and he married and had a large family. His wife died. He wagoned between Kentucky and Virginia and met a lady over there and married her and raised another large family. There were 16 in all. But anyway, Manuel and Wes Ambergy married two of my mother's older sisters. And my grandfather lived on the mountain between Letcher County and Knott County, Kentucky. Wes married Carrie. And Manuel was courting Corey, and he'd sit up on that mountain and he'd play Darlin' Corey, and he'd say, wake up, darling Corey, go do the best you can. Your sister's got my brother West, and you can get his brother Man. And when the courting's evening was over, he lived over on Doubles, he said, time to go over. He'd leave for home.
Coming for to tear your still house down. Wake up, my darling, go run and get your gun. For trouble, Lord will die before I run. Wake up, my darling, go do the best you can. I've got me another woman, you can get you another man. Dig a hole in the meadow, dig a hole in the cocoa ground, dig a hole down in the meadow, for to lay my darling down.
Guitar-banjo. I toted that around for a number of years. And I figured somebody had to play it. I don't know how they played it. I sort of developed a tuning or two for it, and I play it as a sort of a cross between a dulcimer and a guitar and a banjo. I'm going to play you one of my favorite songs called Wild Bill Jones. I knew Wild Bill Jones. He might not have been the original Wild Bill, but he was brother to Colonel Jones that lived right above me. Colonel Jones was a man that was known to make a little moonshine once in a while. When I was a boy, I got a whiff of that stuff, and it sure smelled awful. And I just couldn't figure out why anybody drank that old stuff, and I got to thinking about it, and I said, well, they say Colonel Jones makes that stuff. I'm going to go right up and ask him. He'll tell me. So I traipsed up the road. Colonel was hoeing in his garden. He had one of those big wide-bladed hoes that made out of worn-out saw. Made the best hoes in the world. You could make the weeds fly with them. He's a big, tall, long, lanky man. He's hoeing along, and I'm walking along beside him, and I finally said, Colonel, I got a question. He said, stopped hoeing. He looked down at me. He said, son, what is it? I said, Colonel, why in the world would anybody drink that old moonshine? He thought it over real serious, and he looked down at me and he said, son, well, I'll tell you the truth about it. He said, if and you ain't got a dime in the world, it makes you feel like $1 million. They gathered at the Bath Post Office, long been continued, and they discussed politics once in a while and events in the neighborhood. And Colonel went down one day. That was his real name. They named people that way up where I came from. It was a given name, Colonel. They was talking politics pretty hot and heavy, and he was talking about Uncle Sam, every whip stitch. And Colonel got tired of looking at that, and he jumped up and he said, I'll tell you, boys, said, what you ought to do, just take that Uncle Sam out and shoot him right twixt the eyes and get it over with. I went out on one day, just a rambling all around. When I met up with that old Wild Bill Jones. He was walking, he was talking, by my true love's side. Oh, I bid him for to leave her alone. And he said, my age is a 22, much too old for to be controlled. Oh, I drew my revolver, pulled from my side. I destroyed that poor boy's soul. Oh, he fell to the ground, gave one dying moan, said, oh, darling, I will leave you alone. We'll get out your lonely filth, and we'll all get on the spree. For today was the last of that Wild Bill Jones, and tomorrow be the last of me. Thank you for your kind attention. Ernie talked me into doing this. It's the first time I've ever been on stage, and I did this with a small bit of trepidation, naturally. And I'll be up again tonight. I hope you enjoy what you're hearing. These old songs, you know, if you listen to them, they belong to you.
Great idea.
song came out probably out of the turn of the century when there was a depression and lots of people from our area moved to Arkansas, Missouri, Texas. They sing some old Texas and Western songs in Knott County, and I'm sure they came from folks that went out west and visited back. My dad told me when he was 5 or 6 years old, there was 2 men in the yard talking to his father, and it was a sad time. One of the things they said was all good friends must part, and he had the impression they were going west. There was a killing along about that time in Knott County, and I think I know who those men were, and I think they went to the Oklahoma Territory. Now, I do think about that when I play this song. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.